Boker Tov and good morning to you all. It's a pleasure to be among those to greet you today at this high school open house for Schechter School of Long Island. As you may know, I am the entering head of school for Schechter School, which means, among other things, that I myself am just getting to know this wonderful community along with many of you. We have a few other things in common as well, which you may not be aware of. For starters, I too am a prospective high school parent. My son Sam is currently in the 9th grade at Gann Academy outside of Boston, but will, God willing, be transferring to Schechter next year, joining the current 9th grade class as a sophomore. Given that I'm already ahead of school elsewhere and very happy living with my family outside of Boston, on and off for the past 30 years or so, many people have asked me, so why are you deciding now to move to the Schechter School of Long Island? There are actually several reasons, and they're relevant to this meeting. First of all, although I love kids of all ages and have taught pre-K through older adults, my real sweet spot is high school. My clinical work as a pediatric neuropsychologist has focused a lot on older adolescents, and it's that age that I feel most tied to in terms of education as well. I'm really excited, therefore, to be able to move into leadership of a school that sees its kids all the way from kindergarten up to college. Second, I am a proud conservative Jew, a cantor and rabbi who firmly believes that the conservative movement is still relevant and vibrant and has much to offer our general Jewish society. Though I'm pluralistic in my perspective, I am myself most comfortable with traditional egalitarian Judaism and its praxis. It's therefore a great fit to be at the helm of the sole accredited non-Orthodox day school on Long Island. Now, non-Orthodox doesn't mean non-religious, or that Jewish teaching is not at the heart and soul of everything we do here at Schechter, because it certainly is. But we have the advantage as conservative Jews to be able to borrow wisdom readily from the many spheres of our tradition and from non-Jewish thought. Indeed, the conservative movement has always been about scholarship and about melding tradition with modernity. At Schechter, you will find rigor in all arenas. Our graduates are prepared to enter the schools that they've been accepted to: Yale, WashU, Cornell, Brandeis, Hopkins, Penn, Emory, and many other top-tier universities within New York and across the country. We have some of the most impressive acceptance rates of any high school, despite how good Long Island public schools are. But choosing a high school is about a lot more than college admissions, or at least it should be. I have long argued that what makes a typical Schechter parent unique, because after all there are Schechter schools throughout the country, is that we want it all for our children. Schechter parents are unwilling to sacrifice ethical teaching, Jewish thought, unabashed love of the state of Israel, and above all, menschlichkeit, by simply sending their children to excellent public or non-Jewish private schools. And I have to tell you that our parents know that our kids benefit enormously from our choice to send them to small, excellent Jewish day schools. I'm speaking now as a parent myself of a college student, and I know for certainty that my decision to send my son Benjamin to Jewish day schools the entirety of his life has made him the exceptional Jew and human being that he is, and the same goes for my younger son, Sam. At Schechter High School, you will find unbelievably dedicated and talented faculty. When I first came to the school, I observed a number of classes. I saw physics teachers standing on top of desks, dropping objects of different mass and density to see how gravity affects them. I found Hebrew teachers teaching ancient biblical texts alongside military strategy essays by Israeli generals. I found English teachers who continue to communicate and guide their students years after they had left their charge. I am convinced that these teachers represent the heart of the institution, as well, of course, as its brains. Our teachers, though, have nothing on our administrators, who work tirelessly day in and night out, 24/7, to benefit and support our students and our faculty so that they can be successful in all aspects of their lives. College guidance counselors who shepherd students to their just right college, student life coordinators who go on every manner of field trip, overnight, and Shabbaton, and who advise and mentor our students to become the mensch that they are. And speaking of our students, I have to tell you in all honesty that they are what has impressed me most in learning about this amazing school. I've been around teenagers my whole professional life, but I don't think I have ever encountered so many of the caliber of these students. I've spoken with many of them, those still in school and those recently graduated, 201. They have been well-spoken, enthusiastic, lifelong learners, kind, and grateful for their Schechter experience. At Schechter, we view ourselves as partners with parents and students in education and in building community. And a community is what we truly are at the end of the day. In short, I am extremely excited and privileged not only to be the incoming head of school of the Solomon Schechter School here in Long Island, but an incoming Schechter High School parent. I hope you will join me in taking on this rewarding role, and I'd be really happy to speak to any of you with questions, concerns, or suggestions. Have a great day.